Football World Cup. The fever is on. Let's understand today actually how much Qatar spent to make this Football World Cup happen. Where did the money gone? How much they can earn? And what is the reason behind spending this money by Qatar? Combined with many facts which I will tell you for 2022 FIFA World Cup. Let's start. But before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as we keep on posting many contents which may be relevant to you today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So please subscribe now. Let's start. It all changed for Qatar in 2010, 2nd December, when they won the rights to host the 2022 FIFA World Cup matches. Till then and now, 12 years gone. According to their finance minister, they spent 500 million each week for many years to make these matches happen. Combined with this many data, they spent around $220 billion. To give you a perspective, for making the 2014 World Cup happen, Brazil spent around $11 billion. To make the 2018 World Cup happen, Russia spent around $15 billion. And here Qatar, not only two times, five times, but spent around 15 times more money than any other country to make the 2022 FIFA World Cup happen. So let's understand where the money gone. Before 2010, Qatar has only one FIFA recognized stadium. Now they have to build eight of them. These stadiums are supported by huge road and railway infrastructure combined with new airports. The temperature of the country is on the higher side. That is the reason the matches are happening in the November month, not as June month, as always. But still, to sustain the huge heat, Qatar has to spend a lot of money in the cooling infrastructure, for not only for the players but also for the fans which are there. They brought a different variety of grasses which can sustain the heat of the Qatar from the US market and kept in these special nurseries. Now, after building these stadiums, they have to provide a huge accommodation facility for the fans. Now, let's understand Qatar is a 220 times smaller country than Saudi Arabia. Its population is only 2.8 million. And when you're expecting 1.5 million as a tourist, you have to make a huge accommodation facilities. You have to make a new city actually. And Qatar did it. Qatar made a huge new city called Lusail. The city is supported with new airports and new accommodation facilities. But still 80% of these accommodation facilities has been booked by FIFA officials. Hence Qatar has to organize new makeshift tents, luxury tents in the deserts. They also organize new cruise ships which can accommodate 10,000 fans at a time. Now, after having making stadiums and the infrastructure for the fans, they had to spend a lot of money in the security system. 24 fighter jets and 9 Hawk jets has been purchased from the European companies in around $8 billion. Special forces has been roped in from the UK security system. There are 20,000 volunteers coming from 160 countries to make these matches happen. Not only this, Qatar learned many things from the Brazil experience. They realized that after the matches, many of the stadiums got and remain unused. So they built a world first movable football stadium, Stadium 974. 974 is also the country code for the Qatar, and also 974 container has been used to make this movable stadium. After the matches, this stadium will go back to the shipping industry, and the sitting infrastructure and the other infrastructure will be given to the country it needed. So now let's understand how much actually Qatar can earn from these matches. According to estimate, $17 billion to $20 billion going to be their revenue. Yes, only 10% they going to earn from these matches. So what is the rationale for which they spend so much of money? Let's understand. Qatar is an oil and the gas industry country. After 1971, when they got the independence, their economy got a huge boost from the oil and the gas industry. But they don't want to remain be seen as only a oil and the gas country. That is the reason they spend a lot of money in making the service oriented Qatar Airlines perfect. That is the reason they wanted to foray into media outlet through Al Jazeera channel. With this sporting event, Qatar became the first Middle East country to host any big event. But in the process of bringing development and infrastructure progress to its country, Qatar makes sure that it can be recognized in the world arena. It wanted to be present in the global sporting hub. To give you another fun fact, all these stadiums are modular designed. What it means is in the future, Qatar will be able to host any type of matches in these stadiums. They can also host Olympics in the coming times in these same stadiums. They can host also other theatrical or musical event in these same stadiums. Hence, Qatar vision is not only short term but long term. Qatar is sure that this sporting event is going to define the next 20-year vision of their country. Thank you.